Football is back, and Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and more. Get your picks right and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. You can play with as little as $1. Download the app today and sign up with promo code SPORTS365 to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code SPORTS365. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog. Make picks. Win money. Must be 18 and up, 19 and up in Alabama, Nebraska, 19 and up, and in Colorado for some games, 21 and up in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and must be present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. That's 467-369. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details.
Welcome into Paul Catalina's Top 5, brought to you by flagandanthem.com. Go to there and use our promo code 365sports for a discount at checkout. Let's do a little hot seat check-in now that Hugh Freeze is, off the board, on the board. I'm not sure what he is, but he's fired. So now we have another hot seat that is now just a seat. It's just a seat, a regular room temperature seat. It's not hot. It's not cold. It's just open. So let's do a hot seat check-in. At number 5, surprisingly enough, Mike Norvell blew out Wake Forest on Saturday night. And if you look down the schedule for the rest of the way, they play teams that are 3-5, 4-4, 5-4, and 3-5 right now. So they could win out and they could lose out. But right now, hey, the AC and the ACC might be working again for Mike Norvell. I don't get the impression that Florida State really wants to pay a $53 million buyout this year. So here's the scenario that could happen. He goes 7-5 or 8-4 on the way out and keeps his job. And FSU probably plays this game for another couple years until they hire somebody else. That's probably what's going to happen here. But as we've seen this coaching cycle, things can swing back and forth really fast. Number 4, Bill O'Brien. I know it's only been 2 years at Boston College, but let's just step back and go, why are we doing this? What good has come of this for Boston College? You had a couple of nice wins last year against teams that were actually not as good as you thought. You played Notre Dame tough for 3 quarters, but you haven't won an ACC game this year. Do people like Bill O'Brien just in general as a guy? I don't really get that impression. I know that Boston College can't just keep, making swings and that, but they need to find a guy who kind of fits their vibe. Maybe a coach that's in the FCS right now or in the G6 that, really kind of knows how to navigate there. Bill O'Brien just feels like he's doing this because he wants to be a head coach and this is the job that was open to him. And he likes living in Boston, which can't blame him for. I love Boston. Number 3, Bill Belichick. The win against Syracuse changes nothing. Not a thing, 0 zip, not a zilch. Syracuse is playing with their 3rd quarterback of the year, a walk-on freshman lacrosse star in his first ever start. If Bill Belichick didn't win that game in the ACC, we might be talking about him today because that would be flat out embarrassing. And no knock against the lacrosse guy, but walk-on freshman lacrosse guy in his first start, usually not a winner in college football. The math is stacked against you. As a matter of fact, I don't know if I've ever said those things or any of those things have been said about a college football player ever. So anyway, but best of luck to you in both football and lacrosse. I just don't want to, give you false or negative hope. Number 2, Jonathan Smith. It's just not going well. I think Jonathan Smith is a really good coach. He did a great job at Oregon State, but clearly Michigan State's just not a fit or whatever's going on there. And they fired a lot of coaches recently. Look, Mark D'Antonio, I think, would probably have still been there for another 5 or 6 years had he not gotten in trouble in a scandal. And then Mel Tucker also got caught in a scandal. I don't know enough about Jonathan Smith personally to say that it will never happen, but I would say with him, it's unlikely to happen the same way it did with Mark D'Antonio and Mel Tucker. But maybe it's just not a fit. I'm not sure if this is going to happen this year or next year if it doesn't turn around, but man, nothing is going well for Michigan State, and they're just not a good team right now. Number 1, Luke Fickell. Why didn't this work? At this point with Luke Fickell, we're just probably trying to figure out buyout dollars because it has not worked in any way, shape, or form. There's no measuring stick that says Luke Fickell's killed it at Wisconsin. Just none, and there's probably a lot of better fits out there, and Luke Fickell will go be successful somewhere else. Well, that's going to do it for the top 5. The carnival begins now.